you back to our top local story, and that's about the decision on Wednesday of President Bola Tinubu to approve the establishment of forest guards to secure Nigeria's 1,129 forests. In a statement posted on X by Special Advisor Sunday Dari, the president directed that the forest guards be well trained and armed to flush out terrorist and criminal gangs hiding in the forest. Recruitment into the paramilitary will be a joint effort between federal and state government. The Office of the National Security Advisor and the Ministry of Environment will oversee full implementation. Thousands of young Nigerians are expected to be employed with the initiative. President Tinubu reiterated that his administration will not surrender any part of Nigeria's territory to criminals, vowing to take back the forest. Well, for a quick chart on the formation of the forestry guards by President Tinubu and how it can make the nation safer, we are now being joined by Lawrence Alobi, a former commissioner of police in charge of the Federal Capital Territory. Great to have you here on Newsday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Now, Mr. Alobi, how do you think the establishment of forestry guards can contribute to making Nigeria safer, particularly in rural and forest areas where insecurity is prevalent?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. In the first place, that the intention is very good. It's all an attempt to solve a problem-solving approach to issues. You know, Section 14B provides that the primary purpose of government is security and welfare of the people. The government is very, very concerned, and Mr. President is showing concern about our security of this country, particularly our forests, because if our forests are not safe, our farmers cannot go to work, cannot go to farm, and of course, the issue of food security will be a challenge. But then the question is, like I said, it's very good intended, very good idea, and timely too. But the point is that my worry is that these are going to be recruited in all the states of the Federation, and when are they going to be trained collectively? Are they going to train by individual state? And who are they going to be provided with the equipped and the training, given them the necessary capacity? Because already we have the armed forces, we have the police, we have no security agencies. Who is going to regulate them? Are they under a particular agency that will regulate them? Is it the police or the military or the civil defense? Who regulate them? Regulate this forest guard. Because they need to be regulated, they need to be controlled, they need to be trained and given rules of engagement. And again, will they be given the capacity that will be able to cope effectively with the bandits? The bandits are well armed. They're well armed. They're not just, it's not a child's play. And these are young men who are going to be recruited, being trained, and given the capacity. But then the question is like I said earlier, it is a very good intention, very good idea to ensure that our forests are safe. But the question asked again is that the NSA will coordinate with the Ministry of Environment. Are they going to do the training, or the police are going to do training, or the military going to do training and distribute to the state? These are areas that the details need to be made known, because otherwise it will be a challenge. Because if these young men are not well trained and equipped, and are given the capacity to be able to ensure that they are armed, they can actually face a bandit squarely, effectively, it might also be a problem, because the arms, if they become so vulnerable, they are being attacked by bandits, and they are young men who have just been recruited, no experience, they might have a little gunshot, they may be scared, and the bandits may even seize their arms and get them captured. So the point is that we need to be ensured that we have an effective, well-formidable squad or team that will do this job, and that we have to make sure that they are well trained and given the capacity. And if I think the military could have been, or the military or the police could have been expanded and employ more soldiers, giving them more equipment who are already used to military operations, but these young men who are just coming, being recruited and trained. I'm sure the training, how long will it take to be trained? Is it 6 months, 3 months, or 1 year to be able to face the bandits? Bandits are ready to give their life. And the young men, I think it's a good idea, like I said, but it's well intended. But how the implementation is the question I want that to be addressed. How are they going to be trained? Who is going to regulate them? Would they have more capacity than the military that have been there on ground, or the police who are supposed also ought to be on ground? Who is going to regulate them? These are pertinent questions that need to be asked. That we need for us to ensure that to ensure that this good intention is actually the desired result, the purpose for which it is being intended.
All right, Mr. Alobi, this trickles down to the question that a lot of people have asked, that state policing might just address this. And you also touched on that particular point. It's evidently clear that the numerical strength of the Nigeria police force is insufficient to be able to police and also safeguard the territories within Nigeria. Talk to us. Why wouldn't the presidency bolster the Nigerian police as against cabinet and other security units?
Yeah, you see, this proliferation of security agencies is not very too healthy, I need to say. Because why not empower the police? Why not Mr. President orders that there should be training at least 50,000 recruitment every year in every state command? Massive training, empower the police. They have police institutions that will be carrying out continuous training, sustained training and retraining, rather than creating a new agency. You know, I think this proliferation, it doesn't help at all. Why not expand the police, give them the required manpower they need? The IG can come up with a program. Okay, well, in every state, I need this number to cover. They will take out the feasibility study of the various forests. They can carry out a real survey of the forest, be able to determine how much manpower will be required, what equipment will be required, and the police will have the capacity to train and so forth. So I think the best option could have been either ensuring that the police build the police. If you build the police and empower the police, motivate the police, give them the required welfare, the police would excel and perform what the country need to have. But when you now neglect the police, creating another agency now, are they going to now be rivaling with the police? Are they going to be competing with the police? And so forth. These are internal security issues that the police, the prime security agency, the lead agency that ought to face this problem. What they should do is that the police, Mr. President could have directed the IG, I want to recruit 300,000 policemen or whatever number that you would need based on your need. Give me their needs and give me the equipment requirement and so forth. Because today security is technically driven. Because they need to empower the Air Force, because the police air wing, they need to carry out aerial patrol to locate the bandits in the forest. Because those foot men who are going to be the foot soldiers or the forest guard on foot can't be able to locate where they are. But with aerial patrol, the police have the air wing, expand the air wing, multiply, use technology. They monitor the whole forest, know what manpower will be required, know what weapon will be required that will adequately checkmate this problem and solve the problem once and for all. But this one is just like scratching. I don't think, for my knowledge as a security expert, I don't think this could have been the best option. The best option is that what should we expand the Nigerian police force? Different police give them the required manpower. Rather, the police is grossly inadequate in terms of manpower requirement. Ill-equipped, ill-motivated, the welfare is nothing to write home about. Why not expand it, make the police a police that can serve, that meet the needs of the people and ensure meet our security needs? That could have been the best option. And Mr. President does that. He leaves a mark, he leaves a legacy that he's doing his tenure, the police achieved what they wanted, and then the government gave this country the police that it deserves.
Now, earlier you touched on the issue of rivalry among security agencies. So I'm wondering, how easy or maybe challenging do you think it will be to synergize the activities of the forestry guards with other security agencies like the police and the military in a bid to preserve and maintain law and order?
Yeah, this rivalry is there. Even if it is there, it is there. Everybody want to show that I'll shine the other. They want to talk to Mr. President, I'm the best performer. But there ought to be synergy, cooperation, and collaboration, no competition. Because they see that they are competing. Everybody want to see that he's outshining the other. But if that attitude of synergy, that we're all working for a common purpose, serving the same country, and meeting the same needs of the people, that will be no synergy. But then I said earlier that the government, the right thing the government could have done is develop and empower the Nigerian police force. You empower the Nigerian police force, give it the required equipment, the manpower needs, the technological needs, the welfare needs, and they are motivated. I think they can perform wonders and meet the security needs of this country. I'm sure, even the forest, like you empower the Nigerian police air wing for aerial patrol, then empower the Nigerian police force, maybe the mobile police force, and expand them, improve their welfare, give them good weapons that will be able to actually effectively contain terrorist attack, because we know the weapons that the terrorists are carrying. From our intelligence, the DSS will be able to get intelligence and feed the Nigerian police force. The DSS will work together with the Nigerian police force, and this problem will be solved. So I don't think there was need to create actually another agency for me, because this proliferation of agencies, it's ways of, you now start doing new uniform now, introduce new uniform, new training manual, and so forth. Again, young men who have not been exposed to security, and I think, for me, if I were the security advisor, I'll advise Mr. President, and let us expand the Nigerian police, develop Nigerian police force. Make Nigerian police force a formidable force that will be the true lead agency in its real sense, in terms of operations, in terms of firepower,
thanks
in
to
terms
you,
of
Mr. Alobi.
welfare.
It's unfortunate we're out of time. I want to say thank you very much for joining us here on Newsday.